connection. And we're back now. We're just trying to see where we've been left. Are we streaming again? Can we see us? That's a shame. That is a shame. Let's see if we're on Twitter. We've just had our internet connection broken. That's not good. Oh dear, 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 dear. Oh, looks like we're back on live on Twitter, so that's good. We're live on Twitter. Just going to check Facebook. We had an internet dropout, and I'm afraid we lost our internet connection. I don't know how long for. Let's have a look and see if Steamco is live on Facebook still. That is annoying. Yeah, it looks like we're back on Facebook. Anybody on Facebook? I'm going to wave. Yes, it looks like we're back on Facebook. Gosh, that was a worry, wasn't it? God, the internet connection broke. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. It looks like we're not back on YouTube. Or are we? Let's have a look. YouTube is a bit funny. When it goes down, it doesn't come back up. So we're not going to worry about YouTube. What we're doing is we're recording. Oh, we are on YouTube. Yeah, we're back on. We're back on all channels. Gosh. Whew, sorry about that. That's not good. Where were we? Where were we? We were doing our post-it note thing, working out what that film was about. So for the last 10-15 minutes of the show, that's what I want to talk about. I think that film is about art. I think that film is about art. What do you think art is? What do you think art is? Let's have another 10 seconds thinking with your people there, all your friends and your brothers and sisters and anybody you've got with you. What do you think art is? 10, 9, 3, 2, 1. What do we think art is? Anybody? Music. Okay, well, we had music before, but we'll have music now if that's what you think. So I've got my post-it notes again here. Music. Okay, art is music. Anybody else? Painting. Okay, go on, you're a bit more quicker this time. Painting, hang on. P-A-I-N-T-I-N-G. Not parenting, but painting. Okay, that's a good one. Anybody else? Drawing. Okay, yep, that's a good one. Draw. I'm just going to write draw because we're running out of time for doing this. This is all part of our little warm-up thing. Anybody else? Imagination. That's a good one. Imagination. Yes, you can get an extra sticker for that one. That's a good one. Imagination. One more. Art is lovely. Okay, yeah, I like that. Art is lovely. Art is lovely. Well, there you go. There's 5. We can do with that. So there we go. Look, there's 5 post-it messages. Art is music. Art is painting. Art is drawing. Art is lovely. Art is imagination. Art is making. Art is, well, tell you what I think art is. I think art is what we call it when what we do connects us to somebody else. So your art could be like Grace and Perry making cakes and throwing them at people. Your art could be painting. Your art could be photography. Your art could be dancing. Your art could be design. Your art could be DJing like Rob the Bank. Your art could be fashion. Your art could be football if it connects you to somebody else. Lots of boys and girls I talk to love football. Well, that's great. That can be your dream. That can be your passion. That can be something you aim high and do. But you should also work hard at your other school subjects, your reading and writing and maths and business studies, so you could be a manager of a football club. So when you change players, you still have a job. If you break your leg, you have a job. You could be a sports scientist and learn coaching and physiotherapy. You could be passionate about football, but you don't have to make your plan A to play for your favourite team. That could be your dream, that could be your plan A, but have a plan B, really important. Your art could be cooking, like the Big Bake Off. Everybody loves the Big Bake Off. Your art could be coding. That man's job, whoa, that man's job is making computer games. His job is making computer games. Now, I don't know if you've got FIFA down there on the Isle of Wight, the football game on a PlayStation or an Xbox. FIFA. FIFA's really popular, I find, all over the country because of one thing. People like FIFA because it's realistic. Can you imagine if you kicked the ball in FIFA and it was like a jelly and it went splodge on the floor? Or can you imagine if it was like one of that man's balloons and it just drifted off? That wouldn't be very realistic, would it? Well, that man's job is to code games like FIFA so they look realistic. Do you think when he was a little boy, he just sat there playing Xbox and PlayStation games all day and all night? Or do you think he did it a bit? And do you think he went with his friends and said, I tell you what, I'm good at coding. You can do the graphics, you can do the business, you can study the subject, you can write the stories, you can do this, let's start a company, let's collaborate and develop computer games. Do you think he sat and watched YouTube videos of people making play games all the time? Or do you think he said, do you know what, let's set a YouTube channel up of our own, put some graphics on it, make some videos, learn video editing, learn to do graphics and start our own YouTube channel? Yeah. He didn't just sit there consuming. Do you know what I think the horriblest word of the moment is? Shall I tell you? Binging. Binging. Binging is a word that used to be used about eating so much food that you get fat and you can't get off the sofa because you've eaten so much food. Well, they now use that to talk about television. Can you believe that? They say, I was binging on box sets. I was binging on Netflix. I was binging on Sky TV. I was binging on iPlaid. Well, binging, what a horrible word. Don't binge, don't consume, create. Make things come out of you, not just stuff going into you. Make programs, make graphics, make your own games. And that's what the Rocket Kids Club is going to be doing after our month-long tour. We're going to be doing activities to get you making, to get you creating and not just consuming. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. So that's coding. Another art could be robots. I don't know if you like robots. Do you like robots? I've got a little robot here, look. Little robot here called JD. Hello JD, how are you doing today? You all right? It's a little bit tetchy today. What are you a bit tetchy for? You're a bit tetchy. Don't seem very, what's the matter with you? Oh, his head's a bit wobbly, look. You see that? His head's wobbling around a little bit. Oh dear, what's the matter with you? Oh, you're not very happy. What do you think? What do you think of how it's all going so far? What do you think of the show today? Not too sure. You're not very well. You're really not very well today, are you, mate? No, I don't know. Do you want to just wave goodbye to everybody? We'll get you on another day. This is JD the robot, and they're £500. He's one of the most advanced robots because he's got all these motors and things that controls his body. Give everybody a little wave, JD. You give them a wave. Oh, it's not a very good wave. It's more of a mixing hand. Why didn't you wave very well? We'll have to have a look at that. You're not very well, are you? What do you think's the problem? You don't know? Oh, okay. Well, JD is £500, and we've been given one of these to give away as a prize in our competition that we're going to be running over the next few weeks. We haven't worked out how it's going to work yet, so make sure you subscribe on YouTube, make sure you like us on Facebook, and make sure that you also follow us on Facebook and YouTube and all those things. So that's JD. We'll put you sit down there, mate. You don't look too good today. A little bit ropey, aren't you? Not to worry. So robots, the art of robots. You don't have to want to be a robot engineer to need to learn about robots. Robots are everywhere. They're going to be more. You could be a care worker, you could be a teacher, you could be a doctor, you could be an engineer. You will need to work with robots. You'll therefore need to know a bit about them. And that's why you go to school now, to learn a little bit about everything in the world, so that when you go out into the world, you'll have the skills to know what to do, to thrive and not just survive, because robots are taking lots of jobs. And the other art could be rockets. Your art could be rockets like Elon Musk, so they could be steam engine rockets like George Stephenson. We're going to be talking about these in the Rocket Kids Club over the next few weeks. So art for all. That's what we say. And Elton John, we say, Elton John, please help us, please support us. You're a proud dad. You're a proud gay man. You've also said you believe it's awful and appalling that art has been taken out of school. So join us, help us. Maybe on your last tour, go and play at Camp Bestival, because I think you were very good at Bestival a few years ago, I heard. So let's see if we can get you for Camp Bestival. So that's the greatest gift. And now I'm going to tell you about this art competition. This is off my YouTube channel, fun enough. This is me when I was 1 with my first ever train set. And my dad